to November of 2020. This is when one of the other people on his record label, I should say rapper King Von, was killed. This is after he got into a fight with Quando Rondo. So this case, that's as it's coming out and we're learning more details, has been in the works for a long time.
If you don't know that Quando Rondo is a subject or was the alleged target of the whole thing going on with Durk right now, and
even when you step away from all that stuff, when you feel like you don't want to be a part of it, it's one rule that's in all that. No disrespect tolerated.
Oh my God, you won't believe what's going down. Lil Durk, the voice of Chicago himself, just dropped some absolutely explosive bombshells about Quando Rondo in court. And honey, let me tell you, he's claiming Rondo had something to do with King Von's death. The courtroom was shook, and this is just the tip of the iceberg in this wild roller coaster of drama. Let's spill all the tea about that fateful night in November 2020. The night that changed everything in both the Chicago and Atlanta rap scenes forever. King Von, who was seriously on the rise and super tight with Lil Durk, was just chilling with his crew outside the Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta. Everything was all good until, bam, they ran into Quando Rondo's squad in literally seconds. What started as just words turned into absolute chaos. And we're not just talking about throwing hands. Were fired, and tragically, King Von was hit. He didn't make it, y'all. The police didn't waste any time. They snatched up Timothy Leaks, aka Lil Tim, who runs with Quando Rondo's crew, slapped him with first-degree charges faster than you can say drama. Of course, everyone and their mama was speculating about what really went down that night. Then Quando Rondo shows up on Angela Ye's show acting all innocent, claiming it was all self-defense. According to him, they had no clue it was Von coming at them that night, and they just did what they had to do to survive.
Boy, he could've, I looked at it, I'm like, this is the big bro. Big bro, a legend. This how all the young rappers coming up in the game looking at him like...
Girl, let me tell you, Rondo's little self-defense story, it did not help calm things down. If anything, it was like throwing gasoline on an already blazing fire, making things even more heated between his crew and Durk's OTF family. Now, about Durk's legal mess, Chile, it is messy. We're talking federal indictment kind of messy. The feds just hit him with charges that'll make your jaw drop. They're saying he plotted with others to take out a rival, and not in the rap battle kind of way. This isn't some small-time beef. We're talking about a whole for hire situation that allegedly ended with his rival's family member getting killed at a gas station near LA's Beverly Center back in August 2022.
Grammy award-winning Chicago rapper Lil Durk has been charged in a superseding indictment alleging murder for hire plot to kill a rival near the Beverly Center shopping mall in Los Angeles in August of 2022.
Listen up, because this tea is scalding. The Justice Department isn't playing around. They've named Durk as the head honcho in this indictment, and the charges are serious. We're talking conspiracy, murder for hire across state lines, and charges that'll make your head spin. And get this, the feds are saying Durk isn't just some rapper with a label. They're claiming he's the kingpin of this whole organization called Only the Family, OTF. And honey, they're saying this family was doing a lot more than dropping hot tracks. According to the feds, they were out here throwing hands and worse to stay on top. Now, here's where it gets juicy. This whole beef with the person they're calling TB in court, it all traces back to the night Von died. The feds are spilling that after TB's associate Von passed, Durk allegedly wanted so bad he put a bounty on TB's head. We're not talking about some Twitter beef here. This is real-life drama. According to the receipts the prosecutors are showing, on August 19th, 2022, some OTF members were allegedly stalking TB like they were paparazzi hunting celebrities. It ended in absolute tragedy at a gas station when they allegedly opened fire, taking out a family member who was with TB. The feds are saying this wasn't just some random act. They're claiming Durk orchestrated every single detail like he was directing a movie.
Really nothing new in the indictment. This is just the feds getting ready for him to come back to Los Angeles and giving him co-defendants in the indictment. He was arrested on a complaint, so it would be totally standard for them to then go and seek a grand jury indictment.
Girl, the feds brought receipts. They're saying Durk was out here booking flights and hotels for his hitmen like some twisted travel agent using OTF money to fund the whole operation. And they've got the goods, bank statements, flight bookings, and even even text messages where Durk allegedly told his crew, "Don't book no flights under names involved with me." Like, seriously? When they finally caught up with Durk near Miami International Airport in October, this man had multiple one-way tickets booked to places like Dubai and Switzerland. But the FBI was one step ahead. They snatched him up before he could pull a disappearing act. They'd been watching him like a hawk the whole time. Now let's talk about the heartbreaking part of this mess, Quando Rondo losing Lil Pab. The violence didn't stop with Von or Durk's alleged plot. In August 2022, Quando's crew got hit with another tragedy near the Beverly Center. Rondo and Pab were just at a gas station when they got ambushed, and Pab didn't make it. The video of Rondo screaming when they pulled Pab's body from the car? Absolutely devastating, y'all. He was all over social media afterward, posting tributes and memories of his friend. It's just another sad reminder that this cycle of violence keeps claiming lives like it's collecting tragic trophies. Now here's where things take a wild turn. Fast forward to August 2023, and the case against Lil Tim, you know, the one accused of taking out King Von, Chile, it got thrown out. After years of building up to this big trial moment, Tim's lawyer, Noah Pines, comes through with the announcement that the charges were dropped before they even got to the indictment stage. Why? Because apparently the prosecutors were like, yeah, this was probably self-defense. Can you believe? The fans? Divided doesn't even begin to cover it. Some people were celebrating like Tim just won a Grammy, while others were screaming that justice took an L. But for Quando Rondo, this was like his "I told you so" moment. He'd been saying all along that they were just protecting themselves that night, even putting it in his music and interviews. Georgia just closed the book on Von's case after Tim's arrest, basically saying, "We're done here." And speaking of adding fuel to the fire, Lil Tim had the audacity to drop a track called "Left a Stain," where he's basically flexing about the case being dismissed. The nerve of some people, I swear. But wait, it gets even spicier. While Durk's dealing with his situation behind bars, Quando Rondo's out here stirring the pot. On October 26, 2024, he dropped this track called "Life Goes On," and honey, the internet is losing it. The video hit 200,000 views faster than you can say drama, with everyone and their mama trying to decode the lyrics for shade.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of theories about that situation, about exactly why or who or whatever has been involved. There's been a lot of little lyrics, little pot shots from different people over the years about that situation. But no matter how you look at it, bro, this is the situation. Quando is dealing with life or death. And before that, you know, they shot up his car 100 times. Fortunately, no one died.
Let me break down these lyrics for you because the shade is real. Quando's out here spitting about beefing with the same color on my skin and talking about young people fighting over bandana colors. He's saying he put his flag down and picked up a Quran because life goes on. DJ Academics couldn't post that clip fast enough on Instagram, and the comments section turned into a whole conspiracy theory board. Everyone's convinced these lyrics are throwing subtle at Durk and OTF, especially with that line about being done with gang life. Now let's talk about what Durk and his crew are facing, because it is serious. We're not talking about some slap on the wrist. If they're found guilty, it's life in federal prison. These charges are heavier than your mama's Sunday dinner. Conspiracy, for hire, charges, the feds came with the whole menu. This could literally end OTF as we know it. And Chile, let me tell you about this wild rumor that's been spreading on TikTok. People are out here saying Durk might get the electric chair. The posts are going viral with people saying stuff like, "YB in jail, Thug in jail, Durk getting the electric chair. Who TF we going to listen to now?"
I see people freaking out about like Lil Durk's supposed to get the electric chair or whatever. In certain states, the death penalty is a lot different.
But let me set the record straight real quick. This electric chair business is about as real as those designer bags they sell on Canal Street. California hasn't even had the electric chair since 2006, and Governor Newsom put the whole penalty thing on pause back in 2019. The worst Durk's looking at is life in federal prison, which is still serious, but let's keep it factual. So what's next in this absolute mess of a situation? With Durk behind bars, the court drama is far from over, and it's shaking up the whole hip-hop world like a snow globe. Will Durk end up doing life? Will this finally bring some peace after King Von's? Or is this just gonna make the streets even hotter? One thing's for sure, this story is messier than a toddler eating spaghetti, and it ain't over yet. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, smash that like button like it owes you money, and hit subscribe to stay updated on every single twist and turn in this wild drama, because trust and believe there's definitely more tea coming, and you don't want to miss a single drop. And remember, in the streets, today's beef can become tomorrow's tragedy faster than you can say "Free Durk." Stay tuned, because this story, it's giving us more episodes than a soap opera, and the plot just keeps thickening.